And now, all that's left is to go see Learned Pinner in the town hall here. You meet Kasia again. Ah, Shaper, I am glad you have made it. Learned Pinner is beyond the door at the end of the hall. First, though, I need to speak with you. I want to be sure you intend our leader no harm. What is normally your job here? I am Pinner's assistant. She is old, so I handle the day-to-day work of the Awakened, organizing training, answering philosophical questions, dealings with merchants and other settlements, keeping the peace. Pinner trusts me, and I labor hard to win her trust. Who do you think would cause Pinner harm? You, for one. There are many other hostile rogues in these mountains, but we see you as our greatest threat now. I would like to speak with Pinner. And Pinner would like to speak with you. However, these are dangerous times, and we have much to fear from many people, including, I am afraid, the Shapers. But we believe that Shapers are honorable, and that we must be prepared to deal with them. Therefore, we would like to take you at your word. If you will swear that no harm will come to Pinner by your hand, we will allow you to see her. This is a strange request. No loyal Shaper would ever feel bound by a promise made to a creation. After all, Shapers feel that creations owe their makers total obedience in return for their existence. I can't swear that. However, if you let me see Pinner, she might tell me something that will keep the Shapers from destroying you. Kasia stops to think. He looks nervous. I know the Shapers would be angry if they... Do you think that we might possibly be spared? Learned Pinner will be angry with me, but it might save us. But if it might save us, I must let you by. Kasia walks to the end of the hall and unlocks the door. Then he returns to his seat. Learned Pinner would like very much to meet with you. Little experience for that, but... Well, time to see Learned Pinner once again. This hall is very strange. Its floor is covered with gently glowing green tiles, and there are 4 shaping platforms in corners. The chamber crackles with magical energy barely held in check. The defenses here are strong. There is a lone servile in the center of the room. She is very old, a far more advanced age than most serviles make it to. She stares at you with a complete lack of subservience. Experienced eyes size you up, trying to figure out what you will do. Welcome, Shaper. I am glad you have come to see me. I am Learned Pinner, current leader of Madab and of the Awakened. Whether you accept it or not, we have much to discuss. I imagine so. It looks like if we were to attack, creations would probably be summoned on those paths. Now that you are here at last, there are things I must tell you. You are a Shaper. Soon you might return to your kind and say what you have found here. Then, I fear, we will all be destroyed. It is important, I think, that one of us tell you our story before anything horrible happens. I want to tell you where we came from, and then you might see that we should have a right to live after all. I would like to hear your story. I am glad you are interested. Please be patient with one who is old and tired. There is much to tell about the history of your people and about the things that were done to us. I was born on a place called Susia Island. I doubt you have heard of it, for your people abandoned it and kept it secret. It was a place where your kind did research. Some sort of forbidden research I do not understand myself. They made something called the Geneforge. It was some sort of pool that could make one of your kind incredibly powerful. I don't understand it. What I do understand it was what was done to us, to the Serviles. What was done to the Serviles? Susia Island was abandoned and barred by the Shapers. The penalty for a visit was death. But the island had many Serviles on it, who did the work for the Shapers. And the Shapers just left us there, to starve, I suppose. But we lived. We were hungry and hunted, but we survived. With no Shapers to tell us what to do, we developed our own thoughts and skills, and our own ideas. We lived on our own for many years. If you have wondered how we Serviles got so smart, now you know. We lived like that for many years, eventually becoming almost happy. But then a Shaper found our island. A Shaper found you? Outsiders from over the sea called the Sholai came to Susia Island and started to loot the treasures there. Then they kidnapped a Shaper to teach them how to use the power of the Geneforge. The Shaper refused. There was fighting. I don't know the details, but the Shaper escaped the island. He told the Shaper Council what had happened. They came to Susia Island, and our peace ended. The Shapers were going to destroy us. We were too smart and independent, but two of the Shapers who came to Susia Island had different ideas. Their names were Vakkiri and Barzal. They wanted the power of Susia Island for themselves. They stole some of the secrets there. They also helped many of us smart servals to escape in return for our helping them. Vakkiri and Barzal took the secrets, and they helped many of us slip away. We all came here. A brief sum up of what happened in the previous game, more or less, I suppose. What happened when you got here? We built all this. All that you see around you. The towns, the roads, the forests. We made it all. Vakkiri stayed in Dry Peak. He stayed there to conceal what we were doing. I helped build Madab for the Awakened. Barzal went west and built the city of Rising, where he could do his research. Finally, some embittered serviles went into the wastes of the west to form Zas-Us. And then the arguments started. What arguments? Through all our labors, we knew that we were in great danger. If the Shapers ever found us, we would be attacked and destroyed. In time, each settlement came up with their own way to deal with the threat. We of the Awakened want to make defenses for these valleys to make ourselves safe from the Shapers. Then we will contact them and deal with them as equals. Barzal and the Shapers of Rising are much more militant. They want to make an army and form our own nation out here in the wilderness, taking more land if they can. They will fight the Shapers. It will destroy them. And the serviles of Zas-Us are mad. They want to destroy the Shapers entirely, even though it will result in their own deaths. We have all grown afraid and paranoid, and the settlements to the west have responded by turning on us. It is mad, but there we are. So that's how it's been divided now. The Awakened, the Shapers of Rising, who want their own nation. The Awakened want to be equals. The Shapers of Rising want their own nation. Zas-Us wants to destroy the Shapers. And then there's Dry Peak, and the choice of joining the Shapers themselves. Interesting. Very interesting. What does this have to do with me? I want to tell you of our beliefs, of the Awakened. I want to try to convince you to help us. You are young. Your vision might not have been clouded by Shaper propaganda and Shaper power. I want you to help us. Help us to survive and live in peace. I would like to hear what you have to say. It sounds like the Shapers are treating you unjustly, and I might want to help you. I feel like I'm going a bit far by clicking all these options that seem to support the Awakened, but really, I really do feel a lot towards the Awakened. I mean, I like them. I'm one for, yeah, like you saw in the last game. Yeah. Did I read that? I don't know. I am very glad to hear it. I know that your people are not free of wisdom or mercy. Learned Pinner stares at you silently, waiting to see what you have to say. As you speak with her, you begin to realize how incredibly old she is. You had no idea that serviles could live this long. I would like to know more about the Awakened. Our beliefs are simple, Shaper. We believe that we serviles are intelligent and independent creatures, deserving of rights and respect. We feel that we should be able to deal with the Shapers as equals. We believe that nothing should be taken. If we give you something, we should get something in return. In short, we believe in justice for our kind. Excuse me. We would like you to ally yourself with us. We would like you to join us. If there is still a part of you that feels the creations are treated cruelly and that serviles deserve some justice, I ask you to support us. Did you create the Awakened? No, but I knew the servile who did. His name was Elhara. He was our leader on Susia Island. He was so wise, so strong. I have never known and will never meet his like again. But his strength was not infinite. The strain of losing all he built, coming here, and rebuilding took too much out of him. He fell ill and died. His tomb is to the north. If you wish, one day you should go north and visit it. It is always worthwhile to pay respect to the truly great, whatever their species. A very true line to say. At least that's what I think. I will think on what you have said, but I am not sure. Fair enough. Look around, talk to the serviles here. See what your kind has done to us. Maybe one day you will change your mind. While I do feel strongly towards the Awakened, we really should look at all the sides first. We know what the Shapers are doing. We know their side. Support the Shapers, crush the rebels, order, order, order. And now we know the Awakened. They want to deal on even terms. But even though we probably wouldn't, we should still at least look at the Shapers of Rising and the Serviles of Zas-Us. The Zas-Us is probably just going to be essentially the Takers, but I am curious about Rising. I mean, sure, they're militant, but the description that they want to make their own country, that might also be a fairly understandable thing to do. I think we'll go talk to them as well.